The Roma people of Central and Eastern Europe have been marginalized for centuries and have experienced discrimination in every form. They live in poverty and many times they face eviction and physical attacks by the majority population. They are also very open to gospel, and that is why we are really happy to be able to work with them. The Roma ministries have experienced significant growth in the recent years, and that has happened specifically because we started to encourage and empower the Roma leaders themselves to think how they can best meet the needs of their fellow people. We work with various Roma pastors and with Roma ministries. Through cooperation with them, we have been able to reach Romas in a very relevant way, the way they needed to be reached. In Albania, the Roma work also focuses on working with women in domestic violence shelters. Meanwhile, the ministry has grown so much that the volunteers that are working with this ministry are now involved in food distribution in cooperation with local food banks and have distributed tons of food to the needy in Albania. One of the biggest challenges in working with the Roma people, not just for people coming from outside of Roma communities, but also for people inside the Roma communities, is the whole poverty cycle. It is really hard to break through that, but it is beautiful, like when we can see how God breaks through that and transform people from within. With God, this all changes, and as it says in Ephesians, turn away from the old ways, turn to new ways and live in these new ways. And that is what the Roma churches have been teaching the Roma people. I really believe that God's message has transformative power in every circumstance, including the difficult circumstances that the Romas live in. Especially in Slovakia, we are working with Roma leaders and also producing Roma discipleship tool with them. And we have seen how God has really used these leaders to bring almost like a small revival to Roma communities. And the same I have seen, for example, in Romania, where in a small village of 9,000 people, there is a 5,000 people church. And the police corps doesn't have anything to do because the whole village is transformed by God's power. One of the listener stories that I came across in working with the Roma people, and that is something that is like so representative, I would say, of what we encounter in working with the Roma people, is the story of a mother who tells the story of her daughter. She had a daughter that was not her own, but she married into the family and was raising this young lady. And when she was 12, she stopped eating, and it was obvious that something troubled her. And at that time, mom was listening to the Women of Hope programs that the team in Albania was producing. And one of the topics that they were talking about was about bullying. And so mom was listening to that, and suddenly it appeared to her that she never talked to her daughter about that, and that maybe that would be a good topic to touch on. So when her daughter came back from school, she asked her, listen, I heard this message, and how are you doing? I see that something troubles you. Please, can you open up, or can you share with me? And the daughter was so thankful that her mom asked her about it, and that they even brought up the topic, because that is actually what was happening to her. She was bullied, and she was actually abused by a boy in the school, and she didn't know who to tell, how to tell, because the boy threatened her. This opened up a new opportunity for her to share and to unload and also to deal with the problem. And the mom wrote us and she said, I'm so happy that I came across this program, because it helped not just me, but it helped my daughter, and really saved our relationship and saved her from further violence. That's cool.